Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into another exciting journey into the fascinating world of British coin collecting. If you love discovering hidden treasures in everyday pocket change, then you're in the right place. In today's video, we'll be counting down the top 4 most valuable United Kingdom halfpenny coins, featuring different years, mint marks, and conditions that have caught the attention of collectors around the world. While millions of halfpenny coins were produced during the 20th century, certain dates, rare varieties, exceptional mint state examples, and unusual errors have become highly desirable and can sell for surprisingly impressive prices at auctions. Let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom halfpenny, dated 1927. At first glance, a damaged or heavily circulated halfpenny may appear to be nothing more than an old coin with little value. However, the world of coin collecting often tells a different story. Many collectors actively search for vintage British coins from the early 20th century, and even examples that show signs of wear or damage can attract interest because of their age, history, and place in British numismatics. In today's video, we'll explore the fascinating history of the 1927 halfpenny, its unique design, why collectors continue to seek it, how damaged examples perform in today's market, and what prices these coins can achieve at auctions in US dollars. The United Kingdom halfpenny of 1927 was issued during the reign of King George V, one of the most influential monarchs in British history. Britain was rebuilding and modernizing after the First World War, and millions of bronze coins were needed to support everyday trade across the country. The halfpenny was one of the smallest denominations in circulation and was used by people from every walk of life for daily purchases. Although millions of halfpennies were produced during the reign of King George V, surviving examples from nearly a century ago have become increasingly desirable because many were lost, melted, or worn smooth through decades of circulation. Every surviving 1927 halfpenny represents a genuine piece of British history, making it an attractive collectible for both beginners and experienced numismatists. The obverse of the 1927 halfpenny features the distinguished portrait of King George V, designed by the renowned artist Sir Edgar Bertram McKennell. Around the king's portrait appears the traditional royal inscription, reflecting the monarch's official titles. The reverse displays the famous seated figure of Britannia, holding a trident and shield while facing the sea. Britannia has symbolized Britain's strength, stability, and maritime heritage for centuries. Below Britannia appears the date 1927, making the coin instantly recognizable to collectors. The coin was struck in bronze, measures approximately 25 millimeters in diameter, and weighs around 5.67 grams. Its warm brown color and detailed classical artwork continue to make it one of the most admired British bronze coin designs. Even when a coin has scratches, discoloration, corrosion, or edge damage, these historic features remain visible and remind collectors of the coin's long journey through history. One of the most common questions collectors ask is whether a damaged 1927 halfpenny is still worth keeping. The answer is yes. While damage naturally reduces the value compared with a well-preserved example, collectors still appreciate authentic coins from this period because they represent an important era in British coinage. Coins with heavy circulation, environmental damage, or cleaning marks are generally purchased by beginning collectors, educational collections, or those assembling complete date sets on a budget. A genuine 1927 halfpenny with a readable date and identifiable design still carries historical importance. Collectors also carefully inspect coins for unusual characteristics such as striking errors, off-center strikes, die cracks, or other minting varieties. If a damaged coin also displays a genuine mint error, its desirability can increase significantly despite its condition. As interest in British historical coins continues worldwide, many collectors prefer owning an original 1927 halfpenny rather than leaving a gap in their collection. That steady demand helps maintain interest in these nearly century-old coins. Now let's discuss the market value of the 1927 United Kingdom halfpenny in damaged condition. Values vary depending on the severity of the damage, the visibility of the date and design, originality, and buyer demand. A heavily worn or damaged example with a clearly readable date generally sells for approximately $2 to $10 USD. Coins with moderate wear but attractive natural surfaces often bring $10 to $30 USD. Examples in fine or very fine condition can sell between $35 and $100 US, depending on eye appeal and market demand. Well-preserved high-grade coins may achieve $150 to $500 US or more at specialized auctions. If an exceptionally preserved coin has outstanding eye appeal, rare die varieties, or exceptional provenance, competitive bidding can sometimes push auction prices even higher. Such premium prices are uncommon and are usually reserved for coins with remarkable quality or recognized rarity. If you own a 1927 halfpenny, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Cleaning removes the original surface and often reduces collector value. Store the coin in a protective holder or archival quality coin flip to prevent additional wear and environmental damage. If you believe your coin has an unusual variety or an important mint error, consider having it examined by an experienced coin dealer or professional grading service. Authentication and grading can increase buyer confidence and help establish an accurate market value. Collectors should also compare auction records, study photographs of certified examples, and learn to identify genuine varieties before making purchases. Knowledge remains one of the most valuable tools in successful coin collecting. Finally, remember that historical significance is just as important as monetary value. Even a damaged 1927 halfpenny tells a story of Britain's past and remains a meaningful collectible for many enthusiasts. The United Kingdom halfpenny of 1927 is more than just an old bronze coin, it's a lasting reminder of British history during the reign of King George V. Although damaged examples are generally worth less than coins in excellent condition, they still attract collectors. Next up, the United Kingdom 1967 halfpenny in fine condition. At first glance, this small bronze coin may seem ordinary, but it represents the final chapter of the traditional British halfpenny before decimalisation transformed the nation's currency. Many collectors enjoy adding this historic coin to their collections because of its historical importance and classic design. In today's video, we'll explore its history, unique features, collector demand, rarity, and its current auction market value in US dollars. If you own a 1967 halfpenny or have found one in an old collection, stay with us until the end because you may discover exactly what it's worth today. The 1967 United Kingdom halfpenny was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II and became the last circulating halfpenny before Britain switched to decimal currency in 1971. Although some pieces were struck during 1968, they continued to carry the 1967 date to prepare for the transition to decimal coinage. This makes the 1967 issue historically significant because it marks the end of an era that had lasted for centuries. The coin was struck in bronze and features the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. Around 146 million examples were produced, making it a common date overall, but it remains popular because of its place in British monetary history. The obverse displays the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II with the Latin inscription surrounding her image. On the reverse is the famous Golden Hind, the ship of Sir Francis Drake, sailing proudly across the sea. Above the ship appears the denomination halfpenny, while the year 1967 is shown below. The coin measures approximately 25.5 millimeters in diameter, weighs about 5.67 grams, and is made from bronze with a plain edge. These classic design elements make it one of the most recognizable British coins ever produced. Specialists also recognize two obverse die varieties, although neither is considered especially rare. When discussing rarity, it is important to understand that the standard 1967 halfpenny is not considered a scarce coin because of its very high mintage. However, that does not mean collectors ignore it. Many coin enthusiasts build complete date collections of British halfpennies, and every collection needs the final 1967 issue. A coin in fine condition still shows clear details despite moderate circulation, making it an affordable and desirable example for beginners and experienced collectors alike. While the date itself is common, coins with attractive surfaces, natural color, and minimal damage are consistently more appealing in the collector market. The coin's historical importance as the final circulating halfpenny helps maintain steady demand even though large numbers were originally produced. Now let's discuss the value. A typical 1967 United Kingdom halfpenny in fine condition usually sells for around 7 cents to 15 cents USD in the general collector market. Very fine examples often reach around 20 cents to 40 cents USD, while attractive uncirculated pieces can sell for approximately 50 cents to $1 USD or more. Certified high-grade examples with exceptional preservation may achieve significantly higher auction prices because collectors compete for the finest known pieces. As always, values depend on eye appeal, grading, originality, and whether the coin has any unusual varieties or minting errors. If you own a 1967 halfpenny, avoid cleaning or polishing it, as this can reduce its collector value. Store the coin in a protective holder to prevent scratches and environmental damage. Examine it carefully under good lighting for any unusual die varieties or minting errors, which can attract additional collector interest. If your coin appears exceptionally well preserved, consider having it professionally graded, since certified high-grade examples generally perform better at auction than raw coins. Building a complete set of British halfpennies is another enjoyable way to increase the long-term appeal of your collection. The United Kingdom 1967 halfpenny may not be one of Britain's rarest coins, but it remains an important piece of numismatic history because it represents the end of the traditional halfpenny before decimalisation. Its beautiful Golden Hind design, connection to Queen Elizabeth II, and historical significance continue to attract collectors around the world. Even in fine condition, it serves as an affordable and fascinating collectible, while top-quality examples can command stronger auction prices. If you have one tucked away in an old coin album or inherited collection, it's certainly worth taking a closer look. Next up, the 1943 United Kingdom halfpenny in very fine condition. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary old bronze coin, but collectors around the world know that vintage British coins from the war years have a special place in numismatic history. Many people are surprised to learn that certain examples of the 1943 halfpenny can attract impressive prices at auctions, especially when they are well preserved, have attractive surfaces, and display exceptional eye appeal. In today's video, we'll explore the history of this historic coin, its unique design, why collectors continue to seek it, how condition affects its value, and what the latest auction market prices in US dollars can look like. If you enjoy discovering hidden treasures in old coin collections, make sure to stay until the end. The 1943 United Kingdom halfpenny was issued during one of the most challenging periods in British history, World War II. Britain was fully engaged in the war effort, and every resource was considered valuable. Even so, the Royal Mint continued producing circulating coins to keep everyday commerce functioning. The halfpenny remained an important denomination for small purchases, making it an essential part of daily life for millions of people. The coin was struck in bronze and carried the portrait of King George VI on the obverse, representing the strength and stability of the British monarchy during wartime. Every 1943 halfpenny is therefore more than just currency. It is a small historical artifact connected to one of the most significant periods of the 20th century. Holding one today is like holding a genuine piece of wartime Britain. One of the most recognizable aspects of the 1943 halfpenny is its classic British design. On the obverse appears the elegant portrait of King George VI, along with the Latin inscription identifying him as king and emperor. The reverse features the famous image of Britannia seated with her trident and shield, facing the sea, symbolizing Britain's maritime strength and resilience. The denomination halfpenny and the year 1943 appear clearly beneath the design. The coin is composed of bronze and has a rich brown appearance that often develops beautiful natural toning over decades. In very fine condition, much of the major design remains visible, with moderate wear on the highest points but strong details in Britannia, the lettering, and the king's portrait. Collectors appreciate coins that retain original color, even wear, and surfaces free from heavy cleaning or damage. Although millions of 1943 halfpennies were originally produced, relatively few survive today in attractive collectible condition. Coins that circulated heavily for decades often became scratched, bent, cleaned, corroded, or otherwise damaged. Even damaged examples still interest many collectors because they represent an affordable way to own a genuine wartime British coin. Beginners frequently purchase these pieces to complete historical collections, while experienced collectors search for better preserved examples to upgrade their sets. A damaged coin generally has less value than a very fine specimen, but coins with clear dates, attractive color, and historically significant origins continue to enjoy steady demand. As interest in British coins grows internationally, even lower-grade examples can find buyers, while higher-quality coins remain the most competitive in the auction market. Now let's discuss what collectors are most interested in the value. A typical 1943 United Kingdom halfpenny in damaged condition usually sells for approximately $1 to $5, depending on its overall appearance. Coins in average circulated condition often bring between $3 and $10. A genuine very fine example generally commands around $12 to $35, especially if it has attractive natural surfaces and no major problems. Extremely fine coins frequently reach $40 to $80, while uncirculated specimens with exceptional quality may sell for $100 to over $250 at specialist auctions. Particularly attractive coins with outstanding eye appeal, original mint luster, or certification from a respected grading service can sometimes achieve even stronger auction prices when competitive bidding occurs. As always, actual prices depend on the coin's preservation, originality, collector demand, and the venue where it is sold. If you own a 1943 halfpenny, begin by examining it carefully under good lighting. Check whether the date is clear, whether the edges are intact, and whether the coin still has its original bronze color. Avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as this can significantly reduce its value in the eyes of experienced collectors. Store the coin in a protective holder or archival quality flip to prevent further wear and environmental damage. If you believe your coin has exceptional detail or unusual characteristics, consider having it authenticated and professionally graded. Following major coin auctions and comparing recent sales is also an excellent way to understand current market trends. Building knowledge about condition grading and recognizing original surfaces will help you make smarter collecting decisions over time. The 1943 United Kingdom halfpenny is much more than a small bronze coin. It represents the resilience of Britain during World War II and continues to capture the attention of collectors across the globe. While damaged examples remain affordable and collectible, a very fine condition coin offers noticeably greater appeal and stronger market value. Higher grade pieces can perform well at auctions, particularly when they retain attractive original surfaces and excellent detail. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or someone who has just discovered an old halfpenny in a family collection, this historic coin is certainly worth a closer look. Next up, the United Kingdom halfpenny 1952 in circulated condition. At first glance, this small bronze coin may seem like ordinary pocket change from the past, but its historical importance and growing collector interest have made it a fascinating piece of British numismatic history. Many people still discover these coins in inherited collections, old coin jars, or family keepsakes without realizing they could have real collector value. In today's video, we'll explore the history of the 1952 halfpenny, examine its unique design, discuss why collectors continue searching for it, explain how circulated examples perform in today's market, and reveal the auction values these coins can reach in US dollars. So stay with us until the end, because this humble British coin has a story that every collector should know. The United Kingdom halfpenny of 1952 was issued during one of the most important years in British history. It was the final year of the reign of King George VI, whose portrait appears on the obverse of the coin. Later that same year, following the king's passing, Queen Elizabeth II became monarch, making 1952 a historic transition year for the British monarchy. Although halfpennies were widely used in everyday commerce during the mid-20th century, they eventually disappeared from circulation as inflation reduced their purchasing power. Today, these coins are valued not only for their age but also because they represent the closing chapter of King George VI's coinage. Every surviving example serves as a reminder of Britain's post-war recovery and the beginning of a new royal era. The 1952 halfpenny is struck in bronze and measures approximately 25.5 millimeters in diameter. On the front of the coin is the dignified portrait of King George VI, accompanied by the traditional Latin inscription identifying him as king and emperor. The reverse displays the famous image of Sir Francis Drake's Golden Hind, one of the most recognizable ship designs ever placed on a British circulating coin. The detailed rigging, sails, and waves surrounding the ship demonstrate the exceptional craftsmanship of the Royal Mint. Even in circulated condition, many examples retain enough detail for collectors to appreciate the artistry. Collectors carefully inspect the sharpness of the ship, the lettering, and the king's portrait because these elements significantly influence the coin's desirability and value. Although millions of 1952 halfpennies were originally produced, finding attractive circulated examples has become increasingly difficult as decades of everyday use caused heavy wear, scratches, and corrosion to many surviving coins. Collectors appreciate circulated coins because they represent genuine pieces of history that actually passed through the hands of ordinary people during the early 1950s. A well-preserved circulated specimen with readable lettering, clear details, and attractive natural brown surfaces often attracts much stronger interest than one with severe environmental damage or harsh cleaning. Since 1952 marks the final year of King George VI's circulating halfpenny coinage, many collectors building complete date sets actively seek this issue. This consistent demand helps maintain its popularity at coin shows and online auctions, even when the coin shows honest signs of circulation. Now let's discuss the auction market value. A typical 1952 United Kingdom halfpenny in circulated condition usually sells for approximately $1 to $8, depending on its overall appearance and level of wear. Coins with stronger details, original surfaces, and minimal damage often realize $10 to $25 in competitive auctions. Exceptionally attractive examples approaching extremely fine or about uncirculated grades may reach $40 to $100 or even more when offered through specialized numismatic auctions. Certified high-grade specimens with outstanding eye appeal can command significantly higher prices because advanced collectors compete for the finest surviving examples. While ordinary circulated coins are generally affordable, pieces with exceptional preservation or unusual characteristics remain highly desirable in the collector market. If you own a 1952 halfpenny, avoid cleaning or polishing it, as doing so can permanently reduce its collector value. Natural surfaces are usually preferred by experienced buyers. Store the coin in a protective holder or archival quality flip to prevent additional wear and environmental damage. Carefully inspect the coin under good lighting for any unusual die varieties, striking errors, or exceptionally sharp details, as these features can increase its desirability. Comparing your coin with certified examples can also help estimate its grade and market value. If you believe your coin is unusually well preserved, consider having it authenticated and graded by a reputable third-party grading service before offering it for sale. Proper identification and preservation are often the keys to achieving stronger auction results. The United Kingdom halfpenny 1952 is much more than an old bronze coin. It represents the final chapter of King George VI coinage and stands as an important piece of British monetary history. Even in circulated condition, it continues to attract collectors because of its historical significance, beautiful golden hind design, and its connection to a major royal transition. While most circulated examples sell for modest amounts, exceptional pieces with better preservation can achieve impressive auction prices in US dollars. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just beginning your coin collecting journey, the 1952 halfpenny deserves a place on your list of classic British coins to watch. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos covering rare British coins, their fascinating history, and their latest auction values. Happy collecting, and we'll see you in the next video.